Everyone, this is Matthew Dillon from Veza Global. I'm here with Antonio today from Reframe Group, and we're going to talk about benefits and talk about how equity, diversity, inclusion are in benefits. Reframe Group is one of the partners that we actually recommend quite often to our clients, and so we wanted to have a quick conversation with Antonio. So Antonio, would love to hear about how you started Reframe and what has been kind of the focus for you for the last little while.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Manpreet. And I'm excited to be here today. At Reframe, we help people thrive today and protect tomorrow. And one of the ways that we do that is through designing inclusive benefits programs that consider people's diversity, their different choices, their different, just different current stations in life.
Yeah.
And one of the ways that we really like to support people is you can look at health spending accounts and wellness accounts. For some individuals, maybe their pet is just as valuable to them as someone who has a human as a child. And who am I to say that those are two different levels of love or whatnot? So how can you design to support someone that is single and no kids, but they've got 4 pets, or someone else that is married or in a relationship that they have a dependent, and you're trying to meet the needs of those different groups.
That's really cool. So what is some of the innovative things that you've seen with benefits, especially with the conversation of equity, diversity, inclusion, and what are some things that you've seen happen?
I think one of the things that we've seen lately around gender reassignment and how people can be supported, and if their benefits plan even has policies in place that are written by the insurer to support their employees in those ways. I think Sun Life was one of the first people to come out with that. But other insurers are supporting individuals in different ways. Now, I do believe the insurers have a long way to go in terms of the language around gender and sexual orientation has evolved, obviously, over recent years, and gender neutrality and non-binary language. So how can your contracts, your booklets, your forms, your HR policies support people in ways that they don't have to be pigeonholed into something that they don't feel is a good representation of them?
No, that's actually a great point because the language is such an important piece around inclusive language. So if you're just thinking about what's one thing that you would want people to think about as they're thinking about their benefits or their employees, what's one thing that you always recommend employers and organizations think about?
If there's one thing that's important, people try to rush the process of just getting a plan in place. I feel the most important part of the process to support your employees is to do spend 90 minutes, 2 hours on a discovery around do the benefits align with your total compensation rewards philosophy? Do they support your different types of people from all walks of life? Are they achieving what you want them to achieve? Do the employees feel valued? And is it what they want? Is it supporting a multi-generational workforce? Are the communications diverse, like the mediums that you're communicating your benefits? Are you using different platforms and different ways to engage your people? Do they feel like they have a overall sense of value and appreciation of the benefits? And then on the employer side, have you communicated that value to them? Because they probably don't know. And if you feel disappointed that they don't know about this, well, maybe you can help communicate that so that they understand that. So the first step is the most critical in terms of understanding the plan design. And I feel like people rush that. And if you get that right, all the rest of the things should fall in line.
I feel like this is so you because relationships are so important to you. And so I'm like, this kind of provides that grounding of the way that you approach everything is the building the relationship that's a great tip for employers, but also building that strong relationship with employees and also with groups like Reframe as well.
Thank you. Yeah, you just can't rush that part, and I see people have rushed it, and then once they implement plan design, then they might need to take away things from people or increase cost sharing or do things that are unfavorable if you haven't thought about it out at the beginning. And if you really care, then ask the tough questions that are and figure out how you can sincerely design a plan that's going to help people and elevate them and help them live their best life.
That's awesome. So with that, how can people get in touch with you if they want to see their benefits?
They can reach out to me anytime, Antonio at thereframegroup.com. They can find us on the web, reframeinsurance.ca. And yeah, I'm not a hard guy to find if you really look for me online.
So that's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being with us today.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.